Hey, welcome back. Van here. I use this Sprayit 33500 to paint this table with some oil-based paint. Now we're going to take this in the shop. I'm going to show you how to tear it apart and clean it. Alrighty then, the latex up here. First thing you want to do when you take this into the shop, remove the cap and pour the excess paint into the paint can. You'll need to get you a paintbrush, an old paintbrush, some paint thinner, start cleaning this top, brush it out. See, it's oil-based paint, so you're going to definitely need some paint thinner to do this. Be sure to get up inside here where the threads are at. Clean it up real good. You'll need your wrench to take this off the top here. You just want to take your roll this around in here. You want to get all the excess out of this the best you can. Pour that through there like that. Pour this back into this tub. Turn this upside down so you can get the threads. Pour this through here. Get them threads cleaned out. It's pretty clean on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and wipe it down with this wet rag that we've got. And we're going to come back with a dry rag. Make sure you get all this up around the threads pretty good. If not, over the time it's going to build up and you're going to have a mess on your hands where your cap ain't going to screw on good. Just take care of it, it'll last you a long time, I'm sure. Nice clean. Set that off to the side. And go ahead and get all this excess off these threads right here. Alright. Take the spray tip off. Remove your nozzle. Oop. Adios and bios con Dios. You don't want to soak these parts in paint thinner, but it's okay to do this, and just clean it up in paint thinner. You just don't want to soak them in paint thinner because these have seals in them, and eventually you're going to wear them out. Pour you some of this through here. If you're having a tough time getting this out, you can use one of these, but be careful. That's metal and it'll scar it up and you're going to have trouble over time. And you can pick you one of these paint cleaning kits up on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description down below. But make sure you get all the paint from inside there out. And you should be able to do that from just pouring this through here. Alright. Looks pretty good off down in there. Because we're going to spray some paint thinner through this at the very end, just to get all the residue out. That's clean. Set that off the side. Clean your spray tip. This right here is the one that controls your spray patterns. And if by any chance you notice your spray pattern not doing right while you're painting, check these holes right here, because that controls your fan. And inside this kit right over here, that's where you'll see some needles and whatnot to get off down in there and clean those out. See, I got some paint built up right here. Get in this kit. Get this brush out. Clean that pretty good. And here's the needles I was telling you about. There's some needles in here that you can run off down in them holes if you need to. If you have an air compressor around, you can use that and it'll help you go through it a whole lot better. When you get through filling that up like I just did, you can just blow it out with the air compressor. Get all that out. So we're just cleaning this up pretty good. Come back with a dry one. And you have some tell you to use some lube on this needle I'm fixing to take out. I don't believe in it. I don't believe you should use lube on it. Just unscrew that like I just did. There's a spring. I'm going to pull this needle out. Bring some paint thinner off in there. Turn it around here so you can see it. Put some paint thinner off in there. You're going to have some paint right up in here. And this right here is the part where I'm going to use some virgin paint thinner. And pour that off down in there. Alright. I can see by looking in here I've got some paint built up. This oil-based paint, once it dries, you know, it's pretty easy to get off with paint thinner. But you don't want to let it stay in there. You want to be sure to get it out. Alright, and what I was saying about the needle, this right here is what you adjust if the needle is tight and doesn't move. Some virgin paint thinner off down in there. Wipe it down real good. Let's clean our needle up. That's all there is to that. Putting this back together, follow these steps. Wipe this out real good in here where it's going to thread up. Alright. While you got that wiped out, hold it like this so that any paint or thinner is going to stay on that other end while you're threading this in. Just give us a little snug and what for. To put this needle in, slide it through the hole. But when you're tightening this down, get it started. And then pull back on this nozzle. I like to work it while I'm doing it to see what's going on. That's pretty good right there. To set it, run it all the way in. You got a number 1 right there. Go 1, 2, 3. That's a starting point. You'll probably have to turn it up to get more paint to come out as desired. Okay. Screw your fan tip back on. I'll put this back on here. Oh, why act fool? We'll lock her down just a little bit. Put just a little bit of paint thinner in there. It's not going to take much. That's probably actually too much. But put a little bit of paint thinner in there. Now if we already had this thing cleaned out, you'd be right here, but you want to open this all the way up. Now let's go outside and spray it. When you're spraying this, you just want to flush it out. So you want this wide open. You want your air down here on the bottom wide open. Fan pattern, everything. Since we cleaned this gun up as good as we did, then we don't have to use all that paint thinner that we've got here. I'm not going to pour it back in the virgin, but I am going to pour it back in here. After I end this video, I'll take this, disassemble it, and leave it stored unassembled.